Good morning, traders. So let's get cracking with the DAX. So you can see we're pretty much forming a channel at this stage. And obviously, we need to wait for the week to finish before we can assume that this is a channel. But at this stage, it's looking that way. And we also sort of bounced off the alligator here on the weekly. So still early days. We've still got Friday to get through. But at this stage, that is looking like what the picture is at this moment. So let's just get down to daily so we can see what's happening today. So now, the really interesting part here is that we have a pretty decent inside bar and pretty much off the 200-day EMA. Okay, so the negative part of this, the worrying aspect, if you're looking for longs, is that we are below the alligator at the moment, and this could be seen as a break of the alligator and a retest of the alligator. So if we start heading below this level here, then you can assume there's more downside coming. Okay, but for now, I'm assuming that we have a bounce here. Okay, so this is a pretty big level that we hit. So my assumption is probably going to stay as a bounce, right? So we had diversions yesterday, sort of, didn't we? No, we didn't. Okay, so we didn't have diversions. Nothing on the awesome oscillator indicates anything, and nothing really on the 4-hour except for an aggressive move to the upside. So remember what I've always said, V reversals are rare, and when they do happen, they are very aggressive. So this could be the start of a V reversal. In other words, it doesn't pull back, it just keeps running. Okay, so that's kind of the way that I'm looking at it. I think let's just get down to hour, because we definitely have had this Bollinger break play out. Okay, so this Bollinger W that I highlighted yesterday, okay, has played out. So the target for this break is pretty much over there. Okay, so we still have a good 120 points to go for this target. Okay, so I think for me, I'll be playing this this breakout. I would like to see a bit of a pullback, obviously. It would be nice to see a pullback right the way back to test the break, because we broke through, came back in, broke through. So I'd like to see something in this area. Let's just delete that. But whether we get that or not is another story. So for me, the play on the DAX is long, and this is my first target area. Okay, so let's just box it out. So this W bottom has been confirmed. So I'm looking for longs, and that's the target I'm looking for. Okay, so the question is, where is my entry? So, if I got in right now, my stop loss would be 100 points, which is okay, but I'd prefer a closer stop loss. So I think, again, just watch the open, have a look what goes on here. It would be nice to come back and move to the upside, but what could happen is we could stay above the alligator on the 15, which is also fine, because then, well, not at this time of the morning, but wait for sort of 8:30 to see if we are above the alligator or not. And then basically what you want to do is take a trade along on the top with your stop loss below this level here. Okay, so that's kind of purely if you can see price action is moving to the upside, and we're staying above the alligator on the 15. If we're starting to drop below the alligator, then wait, because then we've got a good chance of pulling back to this level here. We've got quite a few Brooks gaps here, okay, and possibly even a breakout retest here. So there's a breakout there. So that was the previous high. We broke out, we came back, we haven't tested it. Can you see none of these bars have touched this tail here? So there's a good possibility that we come back and test this area. And if we come and test this area, there's another possibility we come back and test that area, because there's 3 touches there. So if I put that onto the hour, you'll see I've got that level there. Sorry, but you don't see it on the hour, but that's pretty much the breakout test there. So we haven't quite touched it. We've come close, we haven't quite touched it. So I'd expect us to come back to this area. And I think I'm just going to block it out. So, because we have a pretty big area to look for bearish action. So you're looking for any bearish action in this block. Bullish action, listen to me. So looking for bullish action in this block, and keep your stops as tight as possible, and you'll be able to play for this target up here. Okay, so that should, I'm going to take it from kind of the middle of the block here. Oops. It should be over 100 points, 160 point trade. So the risk to reward on this trade is pretty good. So even if we take it from here, we have an 80 point risk to a 140 point, so it's just more than 1-to-1. If it does drop further, then you're going to, so let's say it comes and closes this Brooks gap here, then we're looking at a 45 pip risk to a 175 pip trade. Okay, so that's a pretty good risk to reward and a pretty good setup in my opinion anyway. So that's my trade today, long on the DAX, and we targeting this Bollinger W breakout. Okay, hope it helps, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't like it, and leave us a comment, man. Love to hear from you. Anyway, enjoy the day. Catch you guys later.